back to the main story, out the High Gate. How's it going?
Off to the surge, are you?
Yes.
Well, just you stay close to the tributary. We don't want you getting lost in the forest.
Sounds like a plan. Heave-ho.
There's a pair of ships just up ahead.
Father's
Ships?
Fell.
But are we not still leagues from the shore?
That do be a big old shipwreck. Anything off the beaten path here? Widowmaker. I didn't know that this was the Overwatch
The quickest route
universe.
to the surge is due east, past the second galley.
Shula, how did these ships come to be here?
What do you imagine happens when an Eikon of water gets angry?
Really, brother? Did you have to ask?
Oh my god. Oh, hello. Are those Tonbrees over there? I think there's a Tonbrees over there. I keep thinking, like, should I explore? But I feel like they're going to send us everywhere, right? Because that's up towards there. So obviously we're going to end up there at some point. That's too big a landmark for us never to go to, surely. So I will just stick to the main path for now. Hello, Tonbrees. Are you as fucking dangerous in this game as you are in every other fucking game?
Foul creatures consumed by their hatred for everyone and everything.
Everything save sharp knives, it seems.
How do Tonbrees fare against Zantetsuken? Our survey says. Not very well. Well, that was definitely the least scary Tonbree fight of my Final Fantasy career so far. Not that the career is particularly large yet. I think I mentioned this in the main game playthrough, but I do plan on playing through the entire series at some point. That is on my backlog list, but not sure when it will be. But it is one of the longer series that I do want to do, because my Final Fantasy experience has been overall incredibly positive so far. Love FF7, love FF7 Remake, love FF7 Rebirth, love FF16, and of course, if you know me, you know FF14 is my favourite game of all time. So, yes. Very positive. And I have also played 15, which was before I did YouTube. That was decently positive. Definitely the weakest of the games that I've played, but it had merit. It had its merits. The bro, like, the camaraderie between the four main characters is definitely up there.
I can smell the sea.
As, like, one of the best depicted, like, versions of that I've seen. Absolutely felt like these guys had been bros for life, kind of thing. Whoa, okay, here we are. That is fucking gorgeous.
How will we reach the surge?
We'll follow the coastline north. There's a bridge that'll take us across to the cape.
Dude, what the fuck? That is so pretty. Oh, man. Gorgeous. Oh, hello. I didn't notice you were here. Hello. Okay. Don't mind me. I'll just fucking eat shit. I don't want to fucking fight the Ibex. I want to... God damn it. What are you doing? Did I get it in the stagger window? I don't even know where it is.
It's what prevents the surge from being reclaimed by the sea.
It's all the way up there? Oh my god.
And Walius by his people.
The fucking thing teleported me so far away that the enemy actually got bored and left. Okay. Sure. Awkward. Why does that ability fucking bring in people that are not part of the fight? Bum, 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 bum.
You said before that the child is bound within the surge. But you've yet to tell us how we're meant to reach him. I trust we won't have to hold our breath.
No. The surge wraps around the cape without engulfing it. If we continue to its tip, there is a path down to the seabed. And the wave's origin.
Nice.
All right. It won't be the first dominant we've met at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah. That is quite funny. Oh, you can say that you've done that twice. I guess that's probably where we'll be fighting him then. We might be getting Leviathan even earlier than I was expecting. Tailwind Bay, we haven't read this one. For millennia has the pounding surf of that place slowly carved Tailwind's crescent of imposing cliffs. That surf not frozen in time, mind. And over here we have the surge. A lone wave rises to eternity, cursed never to break, the hands of time having stilled the rage of its tortured creator. So these symbols are like areas to explore. This symbol is like dungeon, right? If memory serves. Does Origin have that symbol on it? Yeah, Origin has that symbol on it too. So yeah, this is the dungeon symbol. So we about to get into a dungeon, probably with Leviathan at the end then? Sign me up. God damn, that's so pretty. The Surge. Bum bum bum.
It's not much further now.
The path seems well kept. Do you and the villagers often come this way?
Only me. Once every new moon without fail. It is my duty both as village elder and Walius's descendant.
But surely no one blames you for what happened. Why should you bear the responsibility alone?
You misunderstand. I do it because I want to show him that he isn't alone.
I mean,
does
he,
some of us
like, if he's frozen in time, does he know that you're there? Are you actually showing him that he isn't alone, or is he?
Witness with your own eyes.
Because I would have thought if he's frozen in time to the point where he's not aging, he also wouldn't be like conscious of what's going on around. He'd just be frozen completely in all aspects.
Quickly here, left unattended, the path would be reclaimed in a matter of moons.
But I guess I don't know, maybe, or maybe it's like, I don't know. It might be that it's just he's not necessarily conscious of it, but in the same way that you'd want to spend time with a relative in hospital that's knocked out or whatever, in case they can sense it. That is fucking incredible, dude. Holy shit. Look at that. My goodness. That is so pretty.
Look at all the droplets of water suspended in midair.
Where they have remained untouched by time for 80 summers.
It's not right.
No. It's not.
It's like, it's a little bit terrifying. Imagine if you were like actually here and it's like, well, it is frozen in time. It's been frozen in time for 80 years, but what if it unfroze? You know? And then you just instantly die. Imagine having that much water come crashing down on top of you. You just instantly die. The weight of that.
There. Up ahead.
Did I just see it? I thought I just saw a light flicker or something in there. Maybe it was just the sun reflecting off of it. That do be a crater.
Down in the center. Follow me.
Are we going to go straight into this fight? Oh my god. That is so sad. That is so sad. Poor fucking
He's still
kid.
primed.
I'll never forget my first priming. The fear. And I was old enough to
Yeah,
understand.
I was
what
about to say, at
happening.
least he was, like,
One can only imagine how this poor child felt.
at least he wasn't fucking literally, like,
He
fresh
is
out the
victim
womb.
of an unforgivable sin. Committed by people who saw him as nothing but a means to an end. He must be so frightened.
Then I'll ease his burden.
You don't mean...
I'm not going to hurt him. Contrary to the tales, I don't go around killing dominants for no reason.
I do it for fun. That's the
But
reason.
if I told you there was a way to remove Walis's Eikon,
I'd tell you you were a madman.
it's hard to believe, I know. But it can be done.
Indeed. Indeedy-doody.
It isn't without its risks. Part of the Eikon remains no matter what.
So, it might still come to violence.
I don't know. It depends on the dominant. I've seen things end well, and I've seen things spiral out of control.
Yep.
I do
Spiraled
know
with
one thing.
Benedicta, ended well
If
with
we
Jill.
turn our backs on this child, there will be no end to his suffering. And I think that a worse fate than the alternative. Don't you?
Very well. Do what you must. And whatever happens, I will own the consequences.
Don't be afraid, little one. Let me bear the weight.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Hush now. It's going to be all right.
Is it done?
I think so.
Okay.
I can Feel the Eikon inside me.
Well, that's the DLC over. Job done. Hi. Weird fish thing.
He wasn't just afraid. He was angry. All right. Let's see what you've given me.
Oh, we're going to be able to swap into Leviathan powers? The power of water. Clive has claimed a portion of the Eikon Leviathan's essence. Tuning with Leviathan not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new abilities such as Cross Swell, an inescapable rush of water that pummels enemies from multiple angles. Ability details are found on the abilities tab. Leviathan's Feet. Leviathan's iconic feat, Serpent's Cry, can be used to summon to Clive's off-arm a sea-spitting serpent, capable of dealing precision strikes to enemies at great distances. Huh. Pressing square in this state will unleash a tidal torrent, multiple bursts of water capable of forcefully knocking back smaller creatures, while pressing triangle will fire a powerful jet of water, a tidal stream, at enemies situated just outside melee range. So square is for within melee range, triangle is for outside. Okay. Using these attacks will deplete your tidal gauge. Becoming unavailable when the gauge is empty, the gauge will slowly replenish over time but can be refilled quicker by pressing circle. Time a second press perfectly with the on-screen prompt to immediately refill the gauge, as well as earn unlimited ammo. The tidal gauge is also replenished when successfully executing a precision dodge. When using Serpent's Cry, pressing R1 again while dodging will cause Clive to roll in the air, extending the dodge further. Tidal Torrent can be used while rolling by pressing square. Okay. That's quite a lot to remember. Only Leviathan's abilities are available during this battle. Okay, I was wondering if it's just going to let me open the menu or what, but yeah, okay, it's just, here's Leviathan.
Is that Leviathan?
Okay, Cross Swell.
Just 11. But a formidable adversary.
Okay,
nonetheless.
and Deluge. Oh, okay. I see. And then Serpent's Cry. Ooh. Okay, so you move really slowly doing this. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Here's the little guys. Hello, I've got a square for you, apparently. Oh, well, I missed the thing. Oh, no, I didn't. Thought I did. Okay, you have to be really fast on that.
It's over.
Okay, that's pretty good. God damn it, I keep pressing fucking circle to dodge. It's not circle to dodge, dickhead.
Take this.
Whoa. Nice. Oh, okay, hello. Almost. Got him. Fucked it. Oh my god, it's so hard to time that. But it seems like it's giving me full gauge even when I miss. Is that just for this fight? Because I keep fucking it up, but it keeps giving it to me. Wow, that is a much bigger dodge. Holy shit, that is a crazy big dodge. Oh my god. Oh, there we go. There's the infinite fucking ammo.
That's better.
Jesus Christ. Getting fucked up.
well.
Okay, I mean, it's fine. I don't see myself swapping off of any of my usual stuff in favor of that. I do not see myself wanting to use that over the stuff I've already got. It seems very... Like, the two abilities were relatively cool, but that actual, like, Leviathan's feat seems pretty rubbish, from what I can tell. That was, it's just very slow, and it's not doing much damage or anything. The two abilities were very cool. But the feat itself did not feel particularly good to use.
Is everyone all right?
He seems calmer now.
You said Walius was frozen in time. But he knew we were here. How?
I don't know. He's never reacted to anything or anyone. Until now.
The child has been bound for nigh on a century. If he has been conscious from the first, we must remove the seal at once.
It's not that simple. I wish it were, but... There's more to this tale. It would be better if I explained back at the village.
I see. Then let's return before it gets dark.
Is there a path down into this crater? How did they actually, like, climb down here, and how are they planning to get out? I just realized how deep this crater is, and how it's basically a cliff
Sorry, Walius.
around them.
I will make this right.
Cool, okay, well, I guess that's how they got around the issue of wanting us to have the powers.
So,
But
part of Leviathan
still
is
making Leviathan the
inside
final
you
boss,
now.
probably, then.
Is it? Does it hurt?
No. Not anymore, anyway.
Good. Because I still have need of your strength. If you want to know the rest, we should head to the Witten Hall.
Of course.
Aye. Any new side quests popped up? No.
Look, Dad.
Oh yeah, let's actually have a look at this shit then, shall we? Donk. Yeah, I figured we'd have to beat Leviathan to get his things, but... Yes, I guess they can give it to us and also have Leviathan be the final boss. Yeah, so this Serpent Scry thing felt really rubbish, so... I don't see myself ever touching that again. Crosswell was cool. Definitely liked Crosswell. Deluge was also pretty decent. It's much more of a will damage thing than a regular damage thing. And then what have we got over here? Abyssal Tear or Tear? Rip open a slowly expanding gateway to the murky depths of the sea. And when the timing is right, summon forth an abyssal storm that hones in on nearby enemies. Huh. So you do that, you get a little ball over your head, it's slowly charging a gauge on the left there, and then you do that, and it unleashes it all onto the enemies. Okay. And the ult, Tsunami, Big Dam. Oh my god, look at that. Conjure a walling wave of titanic proportions to swallow up and spit out all enemies caught in the surf. I mean, that is pretty cool looking. But I'd have to... What would I take off to put that on? I'd have to master it so that I can put it on a different icon, because I'm never using Serpent Scry, so... How much does mastering cost? Oh, more than I have. Good. Well, we can get rid of some shit then. I'm not using Gouge anymore. See, this is the issue. They made these ability sets so that you can save different loadouts, but I don't have enough ability points to actually use those loadouts. I have to reset a bunch of stuff to get enough points to be able to do what I want to do. Definitely want to keep Lightning Rod. In fact, I might not even be able to get 6,000, actually. I think I had the exact amount I needed. I feel like Gungnir could probably go. We're close. But unfortunately that is it, huh? We've upgraded that. We want to keep that. There's nothing else we can really get rid of. Because we need this mastered because we're not using Ramu. We have to use Odin. Do I need Phoenix Shift mastered? What does mastering Phoenix Shift do? Increases shift distance. Okay, I don't need that. So that gives me the 6,000 to grab this. And then I can go to Gear and Icons. And I can take off Gungnir, I guess. And I can put on Tsunami. That seems pretty good. Could I go without Flames of Rebirth? Flames of Rebirth is nice AoE and also restores a bit of health. But would I rather have one of these? I can live without Deluge. Okay, let's try Abyssal Tear. Let's put Abyssal Tear in there. Cool. Actually, it would make more sense to put Lightning Rod there, so then you can do Will of the Wick straight into Lightning Rod without changing. And then put Abyssal Tear here. Because these two go together, obviously, so it makes sense to have them on the same one. And then I guess I could put Tsunami there instead. And then put Diamond Dust. Oh, wait, no, I haven't. Can I master Diamond Dust? Whoops, wrong button. How much does Diamond Dust cost to master? More than I can afford. Okay, can't do that then. Never mind. Diamond Dust goes back there. Alright, okay, that's my new loadout. Which basically just took off the shitter Odin thing and Flames of Rebirth in favor of two things. We'll see how good this is. I mean, this is always going to be good, right? Hopefully it doesn't have too big a cooldown. Cool, okay. We will try that out next time. I should also...
What are you two?
Where was the shop? Down here. I used a couple of potions in that fight.
Bastard things.
So let us just top up on those.
This is all we have.
Yoink.
Well, if you're sure you need it.
Do I have, I'm pretty sure it said I had some bonuses in here, didn't it? Yes. Katana weapon? I assume that's from a past Final Fantasy. I don't know which one. Torn from the Heavens. Oh, this is a banger. This is a banger. Love Torn from the Heavens. Through the Maelstrom is decent. I don't love Through the Maelstrom as much as Dawn from the Heavens. These are both FF14 tunes. But it's good. It's good. Hello, Broski has something new? Is that what the yellow dot is? Tide Strike. Yeah, I can make a worse weapon. Yeah. No thanks. I'm good, actually. Although maybe if I make it, I'll have access. I may as well make it.
There.
Equip? No, because it's worse. But I may as well make it, because then maybe I can make something even better, and then that'll be better than the Omega weapon later on or something. Why not, eh? Why not? Right, let's get some answers.
To understand the spell which binds Walius, you must first know who we are, and what drove my forebears to commit such an atrocity. This tapestry is our story, the one that brought us here. After generations of wandering, my people sought refuge in northeastern Storm, some 170 years ago. But in exchange for our safety, the Gregorian Church demanded we renounce our faith, and branded us heretics when we could not.
To be exterminated, as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the imperial histories, for anything less would have made the Church seem weak. Yet a handful survived. The few who did fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend, revealing how to make your very own Mother Crystal.
Well, that fucking ties into the Echoes of the Fallen. Yep.
Yes, yet it gave them new hope, however false. Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could
Would this
recreate
cutscene be
the
different if you
divine,
hadn't played Echoes
if
first?
they could only find
Or do you
a
have to
strong
play
enough
Echoes first?
heart,
I think you can do them in either order, right?
a living being capable of channeling torrents of ether. And the heavens provided.
A dominant. Well, yes.
They'd stumbled across a nostrum in an ancient ruin, which they believed could provoke a sudden outpouring of a creature's ether. They meant to enrage his Eikon. Leviathan would have destroyed everything, had our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself.
Yeah, it's pretty
Where did
important.
they find that? The Northerners had no such magics, or they would have used them.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak. Her body had been consumed by the curse, a cruel payment for her long years of service to the Northern Thanes. So desperate were they to prevent the fall of Drake's Eye, they'd forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's Eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magics, it was already too late.
LOL.
As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this forsaken place to live out the few days she had left. Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best they could, and in return, she gifted them her spell. That even though she should die, her legacy might live on. So armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan. They would create a new Mother Crystal and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity. Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end, and prosperity visit us once more.
That went well, I
And
see.
all it would require was the sacrifice of a single child. A small price to pay. Or so they believed.
Another victim of man's blind reliance on the mother crystals. So we know the seal's source. How do we break it and restore the flow of time?
Do you recall the dome of light on top of the cliffs to the
Sure
west?
do.
Inside lie the ruins of an old temple. It was there that the witch built the Vare, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the surge. But it's been a long time since anyone set foot in the place. And now, there are others who claim it as their own.
Then we shall go prepared for a fight. That said, it may be best if one of us stays behind.
You think the village could be in danger?
We saw the ether flow from Walius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. And should even one make its way here, I doubt the walls could hold it back for long.
Then I shall stay. The Phoenix will see your people safe, tributary.
You have my thanks.
Very well.
Chad.
We should depart at once. I fear time may no longer be a luxury we can afford.
Alrighty.
The Vare is not easy to find. We must first head north, and then west, deeper into the forest.
Well, much though I'd love to, unfortunately, there are indeed more side quests. Oh boy. This one gives us something, that one apparently doesn't.
You don't think he's...
And nor does that one. Oh god, there's 4. Well, I know what the rest of this part is.
Just try to breathe. That's it.
Is everything all right?
Ah, you're the outsider. I'm Fanit, healer by trade. And this is Talor, one of my patients. He took ill not long after you arrived.
Nothing too serious, I hope.
I hope so too, but
But
this affliction, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. He complains of feeling chilled to the bone, but there's no fever to go with it. And my most powerful antalgic hasn't done a thing to ease the pain in his chest. I'm starting to wonder if his condition might require a different kind of treatment altogether. Shula said that you were here to help us. You couldn't help me, could you?
I'd love to.
I'd be happy to. If I can.
You can, don't worry. All I need you to do is speak to Talor's son, Pavat, over at the forge, and ask if he knows what his father was up to before he came down sick. Something must have caused this, and I want to find out what. The trouble is, Talor's too weak to speak, and I can't leave his side for long. So while you talk to Pavat, I'll pay his wife word a quick visit, just in case she knows anything.
I can't go and talk to Pavat because I can't leave his side. You go and talk to him, and I will leave his side and go and talk to someone else. Incredible. Incredible stuff.
Oh, do you need something?
No, I came over
do.
here just to fucking
Though not from
be
the
friends.
forge.
Yes, I need something.
Fanit asked me to speak with you. She's looking into the cause of your father's illness and wondered if you could shed any light on the matter.
I see. Sorry. She shouldn't have dragged you into this.
It's no trouble, really. Tell me, did your father do anything out of the ordinary before he fell ill?
Not that I know of. But then I hardly see him. He's always out and about, like. Well, at least he was.
Boot and a boot.
Suppose he might have been a bit more fidgety than usual, but apart from that,
When you say out and about, where does he usually go?
just round the village. Wanders over to Valisthea's place most days. He's a fisher who lives on the other side of the fount. They're old friends. Maybe he knows something I don't.
Maybe. I'll go and speak with him.
Can I just walk across
She showed them the
river?
surge! But what if the...
No.
What if the...
Howdy.
Greetings, stranger. What can I do for you?
Well,
name
what
is
can I
Brazier,
do
is it
for
not?
you?
Pavard tells me you're a friend of his father's, and that the two of you may have spent some time together prior to his illness.
His illness? Talor's never been ill a day in his life. I don't know why he'd start now.
Oh, Fanny doesn't know either. It was she who asked me to look into his recent behavior on the off chance it might explain how his condition arose.
Oh, I suppose there was something that struck me as a bit odd. He kept asking about the woods. Did you see anything strange on your way back from the shore? Are you certain? Do you swear? That kind of thing. I didn't, of course. But he wouldn't let it go. It was like he was expecting something to happen. It was just a matter of when. Not that I know what. But he never told me anyway.
Well, that certainly does sound unusual. And it might just be what Fannet is looking for. Thank you.
Ah, don't mention it. Oh, and when you say Talor, wish him the best from me, yeah?
Let's see what the healer makes of this.
Hey, healer. What do you make of this?
I spoke with Werder, but she couldn't tell me anything. Did you have any better luck?
Nothing conclusive. But there was one thing. Valisthea, the fisherman, told me that Talor had taken a sudden interest in the forest of late. He kept asking him if he'd seen anything unusual there on his way back from the coast, but never let on what exactly he was expecting him to have seen.
The forest between here and the coast. Surely not. But then I can't say for sure. But I think Talor's illness might have some connection to the Tomberries.
Oh boy.
You may have encountered them during your time here. The small, scaly beastmen.
Yup.
And you think they may have caused Talor's illness?
I do. At least in a way. And if I'm right, it's no wonder the treatments I've been trying didn't work. Oh, I know it's a lot to ask, but would you go down into Father's Fell for me? There's an altar there. And if my fears are true, an offering upon it.
What is going on here?
Please. I'll explain everything when you return, but time flows fast. I beg you, make haste for Father's Fell and take the offering from the altar. Talor's life may depend on it.
Very well.
Aye.
Oh! Bastard things. Oh, I never should have let him go alone.
Hail, stranger.
Hail. I'll be back for you soon, don't worry. Alright, let's go kill us some Tonbreeze. The other ones did fucking nothing,
Before we
so...
turned east at the shipwrecks to reach the coast. Now we must head in the opposite direction.
Left it is then. If there's one thing I know about beastmen, is that they love to hide in the dark.
Hello. Okay, so what have I got? I've got Abyssal Tear here. Or Tear? Let's start by putting that up when the fight begins.
What are they up to? Some sort of ritual.
Hello.
Sorry to disturb you.
Okay, right, let's do this. And then it just charges up over a while, I guess. I'm just gonna let it charge before I do anything. I want to just see what the damage is like if I just... I assume I press it again to like activate. Is it at max? Is 3 the max? Okay, 4's the max. And then, what, I just do like this? Okay, that's pretty fun. I like that. New enemies. Alright. Let me just do this first. And then let's try... Where was it? Tsunami here. Whoa! Okay, yeah, that's pretty fucking good. I just owned. That's pretty fucking good. That is a straight line in front of you, just fucking everything up.
Let's see what's on this altar then.
I wonder with that abyssal tear thing, can you like set it up and then if you're swapping to other icons and using other abilities, will it still be charging? So like I do that and it starts charging. If I swap off, oh yeah, I just get a second gauge and that one's still charging. Oh wait, no it's not. Never mind. You do have to keep it out. Okay. You got like a few seconds grace period is what that was. You get a few seconds grace period, but then it just goes away. Okay. So not that good then.
A silver chain. I doubt the Tombury's made it. This must be what Fennec was talking about.
Oh, thank you. Because you'd want to be able to swap around and use other abilities and stuff while it's charging. And you'd want to get it up to max to use it.
You're back. Well, did you find anything?
Found this. The delicacy of the metalwork suggests it's not the work of the beastmen. Yeah, no shit.
I did. This silver chain.
Probably belongs to the dude and they were casting some sort of ritual on it because it's bound to him somehow.
I knew it.
Well, I'm still none the wiser.
Forgive me. This chain. It's a Gregorian Maternoster.
Worn by men of the faith. What's it doing here? And why would the Tomburys be praying to it?
To understand that, you need to understand what the Tomburys are. They feed on hatred and suffering. And some say that if you render them an offering, some token of grievance against your fellow man, they will put a curse upon him.
So you think someone's put a Tombury curse on Talor?
I can't say for sure. Truth be told, I always assumed it was an old wives' tale. But given his fear of the forest and the presence of the chain on the altar, I don't know what else to think.
Does Talor have any enemies in the village? Anyone who would nurse such a grudge?
No, I believe the one who left the chain at the altar was Talor himself.
What?
I beg your pardon.
But there's more to the tale, you see. It's said that if you attempt to curse a soul that has returned to the sea already, your ire has nowhere to go but back to its source.
You're saying he cursed himself?
In trying to curse another, aye.
When my father was younger, he was one of the few permitted to venture beyond the wall on trading expeditions. He told us that when he journeyed to Sanbreque, he'd wear that chain to disguise his true beliefs, lest Grieger's faithful turn their cudgels on him.
Did they ever catch him in his deception? Might that explain the ill will he bears someone?
Not that he ever told me.
Come now. Let's not waste time speculating about Talor's past. We need to focus on the present, and that means finding a way to break the curse.
All right. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know.
Thank you. I shall.
Is that going to be a follow-up quest?
Aye, and thanks for going to all this trouble.
I guess that's going to be a follow-up
Here,
quest.
it's not much, but I want you to have this. We call it an adder stone. It's a gatherer's charm. Reacts to certain rare minerals we use in crafting. Makes them ring out like a bell. Stuff you'd have no chance of spotting otherwise. If you find anything, see that you bring it back to me. I can make you some decent gear with it. If you're interested, like.
I am, thank you. And I'll be sure to pay you a visit. Until then, I wish your father a swift recovery.
Clap. Is that a level? That do be a level. 48. Nice. Serpent ring design draft. 4 rings believed to channel the might of the Eikon Leviathan. Okay. Serpent rings. You have obtained the design draft for that. The enhance Leviathan. Speak with Blackthorn in the Hideaway or Pavat in Haven's Foundry. Select craft. You need aquamarine for it. Adderstone will resonate audibly and visibly with other sources of the precious gemstone, making them invaluable in gathering the rare material. Controller will also vibrate. It's hidden throughout Mycidia. Be sure to check every corner of the region. The locations will differ in Final Fantasy mode. Alright. So does she doesn't have a follow-up quest? Huh. I'm surprised by that. That seemed like they were setting up a part 2. But those 2 quests were already there, and that quest was already there. So maybe it'll appear later or something? What are the rings?
What is it you want?
What, are they any good? Is the question. We don't have the stuff to actually make them, but let's see. Reduces deluge cooldown time by 1.5 seconds. That's not exactly worth it. Reduces crossspell cooldown by 2 seconds. Also not worth it. Those are tiny, tiny cooldown reductions. Abyssal tear cooldown by 2 seconds. Also not worth it. And tsunami cooldown by 8 seconds. Now that's more like it. Tsunami cooldown, possibly
Till next
worth.
time, then.
But yeah, not exactly chomping at the bit to get most of those crafted.
Things.
Right, let's do this other plus one, and then we'll see if I can be asked to do the ones that don't get anything.
Hail, stranger. Are you a rider by any chance?
I am. What gave me away?
Oh, I can smell it on you. The scent of the stables. And not just any stables. Something tells me you've never been one to ride half-starved birds with chine-gall and wet beak. If I had a guess, I'd say your bird eats only the finest greens and has her feathers groomed twice a day with a curl hairbrush.
Nothing but the best for my ambrosia.
True.
Ambrosia, eh? Pretty name. What's she like?
Well, she's tall and strong. And her feathers are as white as snow.
You're joking. You've got a white chocobo.
I have, yes. I suppose they are rather rare.
This I've got to see. Can you bring her here?
Sure. I would if I could.
I would if I could, but I doubt Shula's skiff could hold her.
Me dad's got a boat. And he's ferried chocobos before.
Okay, so the plus
You could get
of
him
this
to bring
quest
her.
is you get to bring your
It'd be
chocobo
perfect
over to the
timing
island.
and all. He's preparing for a trip beyond the wall as we speak. I'm sure he'd help you if you asked.
He would. Well, I don't suppose it would hurt to have Ambrosia around. All right then. Where could I find your father?
He'll be in the storehouse on the other side of the brook. Tell him Manda sent you.
Okie doke, sure, doesn't hurt.
Oh, I never should have let him.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to do the other 2 side quests that don't have a plus. Probably just stick to the ones that actually get you stuff.
You one of the outsiders then?
No,
I
you
am.
don't recognize me because
Sure,
I'm
invited
one of
me.
you guys.
Are you Manda's father?
I am. Got you running errands for her already, has she?
She's asked to see my Chocobo, but I'd need your help and your boat to bring her here.
Or you could just say no. Honestly, that girl and her birds, she'll be growing feathers soon enough.
Well, truth be told, I didn't take the idea seriously at first. But thinking about it, it would make it easier to get around if I had Ambrosia here. Can you help?
Well, if you're sure that's what you want. The tributary says we're to treat you lot as we would each other. So, if you need me to ferry your bird over, then that's what I'll do. Still, they don't take the water easily. I'll need you to bring us a mimic gourd or 2 to keep her calm on the journey over.
And where would I find one of those?
Oh, don't ask me. It's been years since I last brought a chocobo across the bay, and I'm told the world's changed a fair bit since then. Where do you usually get your stable supplies from?
Well, the man who made Ambrosia's tack lived in Martha's Rest, and if I remember correctly, he traded in chocobo feed too. So I suppose I'll go and ask him.
I'll be
All right, I
sailing
didn't
over
think
to
they'd be
North
asking
Reach
us to
soon
leave the
pick up some
DLC area.
supplies. While I do that, you collect your bird. And
I
your
thought it would
gourd,
just like cutscene us
then
getting the
meet
bird or
me by
whatever.
the shore.
Didn't think we'd actually be going back to the main
Just
area.
don't take too long, all right?
But sure, can do. Here. Bom, 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 bom.
Inn's phone. Don't bother.
I remember you. You're the one who saved Whiteheart.
True.
How's the old girl doing?
She's very well. Thank you.
Oh, don't thank me. You're the one who saved her. Anyway, what brings you to the rest today?
I was hoping to purchase a mimit gourd. And I thought you might be able to tell me where I could find one.
Oh, reckon I could do better than that. Just so happens, I've got a whole cartload of the blasted things. Not a buyer in sight.
Well, hello, it's
Really?
me, the buyer.
Aye, you'd be doing me a favor taking a few off my hands before they turn to mush. But just be on the lookout for wild birds, eh? Don't want them chasing after you like they did me.
I will. And thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Any friend of Whiteheart is a friend of mine. And in times like these, friends have got to stick together.
We certainly do. Northreach, then. Wouldn't want to keep it.
And back we go. Where was it? Up here. Yoink. Wait, no, that's not the place. That's not Northreach. He wanted me down here. Wait, where? Oh, over there again. Cool. Wish there
The
was
minion's all but done for.
a slightly closer teleport point. Like, just put a teleport point in this town. So that I don't just have to... just a little bit closer. Just a little bit closer, you know?
Do you think he was the only one who
Can't pull
survived?
out your Chocobo in town, so... You gotta walk
No use
all
calling
this.
Ambrosia now.
Yeah, I don't actually remember if that massive wave in the background was there the entire time since the game launched, or whether that was just added now that they've added this quest. I can't recall seeing it before, but I don't know. They might have planned ahead, who knows? Who knows?
Be safe.
Ah, there you are.
Here I am.
And this must be Ambrosia, was it? Oh, she's a real beauty, isn't she?
I have the mimic or two. Here.
Yoink.
Thank you kindly. Soon as she's gobbled this up, we'll set sail.
We're going to take a little trip across the bay now, Ambrosia. Don't worry. You'll be all right.
Unless we capsize. And then you won't be alright. God, that place looks so cool up there. I wonder if the witch will be a boss fight.
Well, we made it.
If her ether, because it's her ether
You
still
didn't
there
know?
that's channeling down to Leviathan, so
She is as white
obviously
as
she's
snow.
supposed to be dead, but maybe she'll get
You're
resummoned for a fight or
beautiful, aren't
something.
you, girl?
Brave, too. She was calm as you like on the journey over. The mimic gourd will have played its part, of course, but passing through the walls enough to spook most birds even then. Not this one, though.
Ambrosia's been through a lot. I doubt there's much that could unnerve her now.
Not with a beloved master by her side.
No. It's you who looks after me, isn't it, girl?
Anyway, thanks for bringing her here. I hope I can breed a bird like her someday.
And if you and Ambrosia need ferrying back to Northreach, you only need say the word.
Thank you. But I think we might explore Mysidia together. What do you say, Ambrosia?
Dom, quest complete. I really like that font. You can now summon Ambrosia in Mysidia. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and pass on the 2 side quests that are not plus quests. The only reason I might want to do them is in case they're part of a quest chain that leads to a plus quest further on or something, but they probably don't. So we're probably fine to just leave it there.
Never should have let him go alone.
So, that is what we shall do, and that is also where we will leave the part for today. When we return, we will head down there, make for the Eyrie of Hours. Did you pronounce that Eyrie, or is it just air? Whatever the case, that is what we will be doing in the next part. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, if you could leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share the videos around, share the playlist around if you can. I would really appreciate that. And I will see you next time for more Final Fantasy XVI: The Rising Tide. Thanks for watching. See you then.